Hello 7th class, a very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to do chapter number 5, that is line and angles. In our previous class we talked about type of angles, that is acute, obtuse, right angle, reflex angle, complete angle and straight angle. Also we talked about supplementary and complementary angles. If the sum of angles is equal to 180, then they are called supplementary, and if their sum sum of angles is sum of measure of angles is 90 degree, then they are known as complementary angles. Today we are going to talk about, first we are going to talk about three things, that is adjacent angles, then we will talk about linear pair angles, and after that we will talk about vertically opposite angles. So we will start with adjacent angles. Adjacent angles means we have to satisfy three criteria. Okay, adjacent angles, they are like this. I am going to draw a figure. Okay, we have an angle, suppose this is OA, B, this is a point, not line. Okay, this, and this angle next is this, suppose we have. So here angle AOB and angle BOC are adjacent. Why? Because they have a common vertex. Okay, first is they have a common vertex. Okay. Second is they have one common arm. Here the common arm is OB. Second is they have common arm. Okay. These are known as the arms of an angle. Third is the known common arms. So this angle, this line, this ray and this ray, not line, ray. This ray and this ray, the known common arm of, or you can directly write, are on opposite sides of common arm. So these criteria should be satisfied if the angles are to be adjacent. Three criteria: common vertex, common arm, known common arms are on the opposite side. If this is the common arm, then one should be on this direction and one should be on this direction. If we have common arm like this, and both the arms of the two angles are on one side, then they are not adjacent even if they have common arm and common vertex. Next is linear pair angles. We can take example of what are not adjacent angles. So like this. Okay. Like this. Suppose this is P, this is Q and this is R, O. So if we want to know if P, O, Q and, not P, O, Q, P, O, R and Q, O, R are adjacent. Are they adjacent? Are they adjacent? Your answer should be no, because POR, this is your angle, QR is this angle. So your common arm is this, your vertex is this, but the known common arm, this and this, are lying on the opposite side of, or are not lying on the opposite sides of common arms. Similarly, you can take another example of non-adjacent angles like this. Okay, suppose we have a figure like this: A, B, C, O, P. Now PAB and BOC, are these adjacent? So answer will be no. Why? No common vertex. No common, though they have no common arm, and maybe but they have the third condition is satisfying for them, but no common vertex, no common arm, so not adjacent angle. Next is linear pair angles. Linear pair angles means adjacent angles. First condition is they should be adjacent, and adjacent angles whose sum of measures is 180 degree. Okay, like this. Suppose we have O, A, B and C. Okay, here AOB is your suppose 60 and this is your 120 degree. Angle AOB, which is your 60 degree, and angle BOC is your 120 degree. So your sum of angles, these are adjacent, yes, by common vertex, common arm, and a known common are on opposite sides of the common arm, and sum of these measures should be this. So if I am adding AOB and BOC, I am getting 60 plus 120, which is 180. So these are linear pair angles. We can have more than two angles in linear pair. Suppose we have another angle C, D. Okay, this is 60, this is also 60. So these are all adjacent angles. This is adjacent to this is adjacent to this, and sum of them is 180. So they are linear pair angles. These three angles are forming a linear pair. Next is vertically opposite angles. How vertically opposite angles are formed and what relation they have with each other. So first we are going to check how they are formed. Suppose we have two lines. And they are cutting at one point. They are intersecting, not cutting, they are intersecting at a point. So this is line L, this is line M, and they are cutting at point O. So the angles so formed, this and this. Okay, this angle 1, I am going to name it 1, and this angle as 2. Angle 3, opposite to it is angle 4. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to 4 because they are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. So vertical opposite angles are, if you want to write one pair of vertical opposite angles, you will simply write 1 and 2. This is one pair of opposite angle. Another pair, angle 3 and 4. Condition is two lines intersecting at a point, and at that point the angles formed on the opposite will be vertically opposite angles. Now why are vertically opposite angles equal? So here we will be using linear pair, using the concept of linear pair. Angle 2 plus 3, angle 2 plus 3. If you ignore this part, 2 plus 3, they are going to be 180 because they are lying on a line. Why they are 180? Because they are forming a linear pair. A line pair, if you are drawing a line, so however many angles you draw, however many angles, the sum of these angles is equal to 180. Why? Again, if you have drawn 180 degree angle, you will know that it is like this. This is A, this is O, this is B. So this is your straight angle, 180 degree. it is your line. So the angles lying on a line are 180 degree, that is linear pair. So angle 2 plus 3 is equal to 180. Also, now we are talking about line L. Angle 1 plus 3. Angle 1 plus 3 is also 180. Again, because they are lying on a line, they are forming a linear pair. So if the right hand side is equal, so their left hand side should also be equal. 2 plus 3. We can cancel this with this, implies angle 1 is equal to 2. Similarly, we can prove angle 3 is equal to 4. We are going to use this results directly. So we studied about adjacent, linear pair and vertically opposite angles. Now we are going to do try these off on page number 97. Okay, first one is angle marked as 1 and 2 adjacent. So here we have this 1 and 2. They are adjacent. Why? Because they have common vertex, which is this, common arm, which is this one, and non-common arms, this and this, are lying on the opposite side of the common arm. So these are adjacent. Next one, angle 1 and 2, again adjacent. Why? Common vertex, common arm, and the opposite, the non-common arms are lying on the opposite sides. Third figure, these are not adjacent. Why? Because they don't have first condition, the common vertex. They don't have common vertex. Here it has this vertex and here we having this vertex. So not common, not adjacent. Next figure we have is fourth one. In this one is, this smaller one is angle 1 and bigger one is angle 2. They are not adjacent. Reason being, we will check all the three conditions. Common vertex satisfied. Common arm, this is the common arm, satisfied. But are the non-common arms on the opposite sides of common arm? Not satisfied, because the non-common arms are this and this, and these are on one side of common arm, so not adjacent. Now this figure, in this we have angle 1 as this and angle 2 as this. These are the arms of angle 1. So common vertex satisfied, common arm satisfied, non-common arm on the opposite side of common arm satisfied. It means these are adjacent angles. Now question number 2 is, we have a figure like this. We have a figure like this. A, O, D, then C and B. B and C. In the figure, are the following angle adjacent? We have to check AOB and BOC. Then we have to find out for BOD and BOC. So we have to find out these two. AOB, this one. Second, BOC, this one. So these common vertex, yes. Common vertex is here point O. Okay, this is point O. Common arm. What is the common arm? Common arm is OB. And non-common arms OA and OC are lying on opposite sides of common arm. So if you want to justify your answer, you have to write all the steps. This one, this one, this one. Common arm, so implies they are adjacent. implies adjacent angles. Okay, these are adjacent angles. BOD. Now which angle is BOD? BOD. This angle is here. This BOC. BOC is this. So are they adjacent? No. No. Why? Reason is if your answer is no, you have to just give the reason of why they are not adjacent. So they have common vertex. They have common arm also, but non-common arms are not on opposite sides of common arm. So answer is no. Next we are going to do thing discussed. Can two adjacent angles be supplementary? Yes, two adjacent angles be supplementary. Example is this and this. Up linear pair, when we are talking about linear pair, angle 1 plus 2 will be supplementary. So answer is yes. Second, can two adjacent angles be complementary? Again answer is yes. How? You make two angles 45 degree each, or maybe 30 and 60. Okay, 30 and 60 each. Adjacent angles and complementary, yes. Can two obtuse angles be adjacent angles? Yes. This angle is obtuse, greater than 90. Then this okay, like this. Okay, this angle is also this angle and this angle, angle 1, 2. Both are obtuse and they are adjacent angles, right? So yes. Can an acute angle be an adjacent to obtuse angle? Again the answer will be right. Why? We can try to draw the figure. This is acute angle and this is obtuse angle. Obtuse, acute, and they are supplementary. You can check for all the three conditions. So answer is going to be yes. We are moving to think, discuss and write for page number 99. In page number 99, first one is, can two acute angles form a linear pair? Acute angles less than 90, linear pair. So less than 90 plus less than 90. Can it ever be equal to 180? No. So answer will be no. Second, can two obtuse be a linear form? Can two obtuse angles form linear pair? No, because 90 degree. It will always be greater than 180 degree. So not 180. So again answer is no. Third is, can two right angle form a linear pair? The answer will be yes. 90 plus 90, 180, a linear pair. Next we have to tell which one is linear pair. You can easily see that in this first part is linear pair because the lines on the length 140 plus 40, 180. So this is a linear pair. 90 plus 60, it is 150, not linear pair. They are not lying on the line, so we don't need to discuss about them. Next one is 115 and 65. We will add them up. We will get 180, linear pair. This is linear pair. So next is vertically opposite angles. Okay, we can skip that, and now we are moving on to exercise 5.1. We are going to start with exercise 5.1. Question number 1. Find the complement of these angles. The first one is, your angle is 20 degree. You can draw your angles using protractor. So complement of 20 degree will be sum of two complement angle is 90 degrees. So we have to subtract from 90. 90 minus 20, it is equal to 70 degree. Next is 63. 63 degree. So complement of, if you find out complement of any angle, any. So what you will do, you will subtract from 90 and you will find out what is your answer. So it is 27, so 27 degree is the complement to it. Next we have to find out supplementary angle, question number 2. So first one we have 105. Supplementary angles are those angles, we are repeating again the definition. Supplementary angles are those angles whose sum is equal to 180. So supplement of 105 will be equal to 180 minus 105, which will be equal to 75 degree. Similarly, you can find out for B, which is 87 supplement will be supplement of 87 degree will be 180 minus 87, it will be 100 minus 7, 100 minus 7 will be 93 degree. Similarly, we can solve for part 3. Next, we have to find out which of the following pair of angles are complementary and which are supplementary. Okay? But what we will do, question number 3, we will find out the sum of given angles. If it is coming out to be 90, they are complementary. If sum of angles is coming out to be 180, they are supplementary, and if it is neither 90 nor 180, then they are neither complementary nor supplementary. So I will write part A. Here I will write angles. Here I will write sum, and here I will write time. Angles are first में 65 degree, 115 degree. I'll add them. 160 or 70, 180. Sum is 180 degrees. So they are supplementary. Next is 63 and 27. 63 degree and 27. I'll add them up. There is 60, 70, 80 and 90 degree. 90 degree means they are complementary. Next, third part, we have 112 and 68 degree. 68, yes. So 100, 60, 70, 80. So 180. So they are going to be supplementary. Fourth one is 130, 150, 130 degree, 50 degree, 180 degree, again supplementary. Similarly, we can do for fifth and sixth, whether they are supplementary or complementary. 45 degree, 45 degree, 80 degree, 10 degree, 90 degree, sum is again 90. These are complementary. And this is also complementary angles. Next is question number 4. Question number 4 you have to find out angle which is equal to its complement. You have to find out an angle which is equal to its complement. So question number 4. Suppose the angle is, we have an unknown, we will suppose that. Suppose the angle is equal to x degree. Okay. Now complement of that angle is also x. It is given in the question itself, and by complement we means that according to question, sum of these two, x plus x, should be equal to 90 degree because they are both equal. So 2x will be equal to 90 and x is equal to 90 by 2, that is 45. So the angle which is equal to its complement is going to be 45 degree. Now fifth, we have to find out angle which is equal to its supplement. Okay, we have to find out angle which is supplement, equal to supplement. So supplement may we have the sum of supplement plus angle as 180. So 2x is equal to 180, x is equal to 90 degree. So the answer is 90 degree angle. Next, question number 6 is, we have given a figure and the figure is like this. Like this. Angle 1 and 2 are supplementary. Angle 1 and 2 are supplementary. It is given to us. Then next is, if angle 1 is decreased, what changes should take place in 2 so that both the angles still remain supplementary? So if angle 1 is decreased, then angle 2 should be increased by, because we have to keep the sum stable, we have to the angle 2 should be increased by the same amount, okay, to keep them supplementary, so that the angles still remain supplementary. You can look from the figure, if angle 1 is decreased, so it is going to be something like here, okay, this one, angle 1. So if it is going to decrease from here to here, this much amount, so by angle 2 should be increased by this much amount, so that the sum is 180 only. Question number 7 is, can two angles, question number 7, can two angles be supplementary if both of them are acute? If both angles are acute, then sum will be less than 180, not supplementary. So answer is not supplementary. Similarly, if both angles are obtuse angles, then sum will be greater than 180, implies not supplementary. Third condition we have is right angle. If both angles are right angles, then what will be the sum? Right angles, then sum will be equal to 180 degree, implies they are going to be supplementary angles. Now question number 8. Question number 8 में we have an angle is greater than 45. An angle. So we are talking about complementary angles. So complementary angles means sum is going to be 90. So one is greater than 45. This is 45. One angle is greater than 45 degree.
is its complementary angle greater than 40, equal to 40 or
less than 40. Sum should be 90, as sum should be 90 implies another angle will be less than 45,
because 45 is the
mid.
Now we have the question number 9. We are given a figure. Like this, two lines A, C, D and B, and one line from here. It is E. Okay, and we have all the angles named as this and this. So first is one adjacent to 2. So yes, they are satisfying the condition, they are adjacent. Number 2 is AOC and AOE. AOC and AOE are adjacent. So answer will be no, because the common non-common arms are on the same side of common arm. Do COE and EOD form a linear pair? COE and EOD. Yes, they form linear pair. Yes, they form linear pair. Fourth one, BOD and DOA. DOA. Are they supplementary? Yes, because they are lying on a line. They are forming a linear pair. Fifth, is one vertically opposite to 4? Yes, by the definition of vertically opposite angles. And what is the vertical opposite angle of angle 5? Angle 5 का vertical opposite will be this angle, which will be angle 2 plus angle 3. So with this question, we are concluding our class for today. In tomorrow's class, we will be completing this exercise and we will be moving on to transversal line, pair of lines and the various angles formed by the transversal line. Have a good day.